Hey everyone, future UTS student. We are a group of four students who will just wrap up the first semester at UTS College. And today, we are here to share some reflection and advice that we think really help you as you start your journal in semester one. The main purpose of our talk today is to show you why developing strong researching, reading, evaluating, and writing skills is so important in this course. These skills are crucial not just for doing well in your assessment, but for helping you think critically and communicate effectively in your studies. And here's a quick outline of what we will cover. Like we have our reflection on research, reading, evaluation, and writing process. The second one is how we apply key course concepts. The third one is our experience with collaborative learning and peer feedback. And the final one is some practical advice for incoming students. And we are really excited to share our experience and insight with you. So hopefully you can use them to make the most of your time in the diploma program. And okay, I will leave it to Phong for the next part.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm Phong, and now I will start with my sections, which is reflection on your research, reading, evaluations, and writing process. Let me begin with the research process. The most important thing I realized, the most important things I realized in these sections were dealing with the complex topics, which you will find very hard to understanding, and you need my recommendations for you in this part is break it down into the manageable parts, and it will help you to understand it very clearer. It would this things help me a lot when I want to find the research questions about gender stereotypes in my assessment too. One big challenge I want to talk to you is avoid the irrelevant informations, which will time consuming and decrease your efficiencies when you will research. Next, let's talk about reading and critical evaluations. Uh, Reading an academic material requires active engagement. I make it a habit for me to annotate every key point, summarizing and make questions about the author assumptions. One big challenge for me in these sections were fully understand the academic terms, which is unpopular for everyone, and the data from the experiment of the discipline reading in assessment 2 and 3. The most rewarding part in these sections was learn how to check the credibility of the source like TED Talks or journal articles by using graph tests, which can be applied for your assessment too. Mm. Now about the about the writing process. Writing an academic text requires integrating numerous pieces of information, informations into an argument to make it clear. Of course, planning and outlining ideas were crucial. Moreover, my recommendations for you in this section is to follow the two structures, which is very useful to create a well-structured and logical paragraph. One big challenge I face in this part is maintain the formal tone and adhering the academic conventions. Uh, an, Another important insight I gained was on referencing and avoid parallelism. I always make sure that that's all of my sites, all of my image that are all quote follow the APA 7 and check heavy note while researching and double check my citation for academic integrity. And lastly, what I have learned in all of this is drafting, revising, and incorporating feedbacks improve the quality of work. And you also need to consider about the time management, which also crucial and avoid you to suffer with the last minute stress. Critical thinking is irreplaceable because it will enhance your academic success and will make your life it will solve your life issue more effectively. And that's all what I want to share with you today. I will leave the next part to Ngọc.
So I want to talk about the application of course concepts. The concepts from the course significantly influenced my reading, evaluation, and my writing skills. And I will illustrate the application of these concepts, referencing specific models and activities to highlight the importance. So for the reading skills, the reading strategies taught in modules 2 and 3 were crucial in helping me effectively analyze and understand texts. For example, scanning and finding main arguments in Model 2 allowed me to quickly identify the main ideas of academic articles, saving time during the research process. Also, the 4S reading strategy in Model 2, which are skim, scan, select, and study while reviewing journal articles, ensure I read deliberately and obtain key details. Also, the reading positions and bias in Model 3 teach me to differentiate facts from opinions and recognize bias, deepening my critical thinking. These strategies made reading more than just a passive activity. They turn it into an active engagement with the text. So for the writing concepts, the concepts from Model 7 transform my approach to academic writing by emphasizing structure and clarity. Some key techniques I applied included so the 5-point purpose statement. This framework helped me make clear and focused introductions, ensuring my essays had a clear thesis and roadmap for the reader. Also, the teal structure for body paragraph, using the topic sentence, evidence, explanation, and link approach, made my paragraphs coherent and well supported. By implementing these tools, my writing became more logical and persuasive, reflecting a deeper understanding of the course material. For the research concepts, the principles from Model 5 were crucial in developing my research skills, specifically formulating a research questions. This taught me to refine broad topics into specific questions. Also, APA referencing, learning to cite sources properly, not only improved my academic integrity, but also helped me organize my references efficiently. Finally, the summarizing. The exercises in summarizing key ideas were essential when integrating multiple sources into my writing. And through these activities, research became a systematic and manageable process rather than an overwhelming task. I would like to share some of my personal experience and reflections. Um, these concepts deeply impacted my academic work. To be more specific, in assignment 2, I was asked to analyze a discipline-specific text. So I used the 4S reading strategy combined with the summarizing skill to skim through and find the main ideas as quickly as possible without having to read the entire reading. In addition, with the skill of writing research questions that I have learned in Model 5, I have limited the scope of my research to find the most appropriate questions related to the reading. Moreover, with the skills of reading positions, regarding the bias information, my reading position is a resistant reading style. I understand the bias in the reading and disagree with them because they are subjective. By indicating pastel colors as for girls and primary colors as for boys. There might be a bias in color associations rather than objectively and neutrally testing children's performances. That's all about my personal experience, and I want to leave the rest to my teammates to present to you.
Yeah, and to prepare and complete assignment 2 and 3 most effectively, collaborative learning and peer feedback session are certainly indispensable. Like peer feedback was a big part of our presentation, like in which we share our draft research question with our peers and got some great suggestion. This helps us make our question clearer and better connected to the reading. And we also practice academic observation. Like we had to choose an image that illustrates gender presentation in the discipline's reading and debating how it supported the research claim. Like for collaborative learning, we want to outline some typical activity in here. Like in practicing for assessment task 3B, we compare AI generated text with our journal article. Like this have us spot bias and identify key information on the specific reading, like how the study exam bias in the education material and their impact on performance of gender. And talking to CRAP test, and we have to learn and apply the CRAP test to evaluate the source, including video and abstract. This ensures we select reliable and relevant material for both assessment. To talk about many benefits we will get in here, we can ensure the credibility. We have to make sure our source were credible and relevant. The CRAPT test helps us a lot with that. This make picking our reading or video related to our topic way easier. One thing we really got better was critical thinking. Like by working together and discussing the material, we got a much deeper understanding of the discipline-specific reading, like how the desired material can affect student performance. And then there's using AI generated content. Like for assessment 3B, we got a chance to see how AI can be both helpful and limited. Comparing abstract from the reading with AI generated one saved a ton of time and made things so much easier. One challenge we had was balancing everyone's perspective and make sure everyone was input was heard. Like it wasn't always easy to agree with which source were the most reliable because we all had different way of evaluating them. And for example, in the article, Gender and Engineering Aptitude, Merve et al. Discussed how different approach can lead to various outcomes, which felt similar to our work experience. And to fix this, we came up with clear criteria for evaluating source together and make sure everyone contribute equally. Regular check help us stay on the same page and make better decisions together. Another challenge was uneven participation in the group. Like sometimes a few members would dominate the conservation, while others barely contribute, a little shy, and which affected the quality of our discussion. So that I started thinking about why this was happening. Like, was it a lack of confidence, or maybe we weren't manage the group well enough? And to solve that, we started assigning specific role to each member, like having someone to be presenter, a timekeeper, or the note taker. This makes sure everyone had a part to play and help us feel more confident in sharing our idea. We will provide you two main strategies for effective collaboration and peer feedback. The first one that I think you should use evidence-based discussion to build consensus. Like in the study, Gender and Engineering Aptitude, Merve et al. Show how using real-life evidence have make informed decision. So that in our group, we can make sure everyone on the same page by refer to credible sources, which reduce bias and keep us aligned with our goal. The second advice, I think you should encourage diverse perspective to strengthen outcome. Like the research also emphasize how considering different perspective can improve results. And in peer feedback, it is very vital to hear everyone's idea, as this can highlight bias and strengthen our work. Creating a supportive space where everyone feels comfortable sharing is key to good collaboration. And the next part, I will give it to Toby.
So in this part, I'm going to represent you guys some advice that I come out after attending to the to the Diploma of Engineering. So that's the main part I'm going through. So let's start with researching. For researching, the first thing that I recommend you guys to do is start it early. The time you when you like when like begin researching as soon as you receive your assignment. It give you more time to like comprehend and also like have your time to repair everything. And the next step is identify the key concepts, highlight important information, and take note of the thing that you feel that is very important for your writings or researching. And like Ngọc part, I recommend you guys to using research questions. There are 5 steps you have to through this to make your research questions like more relevant to your writing. And during the time when you're making your research questions, I think you should use it. I think you should like ask yourself why it's important, how it's related to other concepts, and how it's implication to your writing or your researching. The next part is about reading. So asking a part. I also suggest you guys using 4S reading strategy to understand fully what is your assignments or what is your reading about. And also you have to annotate it effectively, like highlight your key point, writing question in the marking and summarizing section with your own word. The next part is about evaluating. So why we are evaluating everything? Evaluating can make your writing, your essay, and your report make more uh, like brilliant. It enhance your writing, also your knowledge for everything, especially the topic that you are focused on. So so I recommend you guys question everything. And that after that you can combine sources like you compare sources like looking for contrast opinions or graph in research. And I recommend you guys using your school source. Like for us, I using UTS library for having me to find another additional source or another books to looking through, which is me to relevant to the assignments or the topic that I working on. And always stay objective, avoid letting your personal bias cloud your judgment and focus on the quality of argument. And the next part is the writing test. So for the writing, I recommend you guys have to plan before you write, create your own outline with the clear thesis. And also you have to provide using the TEEL structure, which is very good for you because they will provide a topic sentence, also have used to explanations your topic sentence, and you can give sample and linking which is relevant to your writing. And because it is academic writing, so you have to use academic language. And after you finish your writing, I suggest you guys are looking through that again to like, a good writing is rewriting. So check the clarity and so check for make sure to check the clarities or coherence and grammar. And if you're not sure about and if you're not sure, you should like seek advice. I recommend using the UTS help or maybe your peer for feedback. And the last thing is for personally, when I moved to college, I can see that there are 4 points that very different from the high school. So in college, we require you a deep of analyzing, independent learning, research skill, and writing norms, which is very important for college. And for personally experiences, for this one, when I always look at the question first, and after that, I have to like highlight the what, and after that, I highlight the keyword of each questions. And when I get the main point of each questions, I go through to reading, and I'm using 4S reading strategy to identify the main one. And for example, in here, After watching this question, I can see marketing pastel colors as a STEM toy is very, very like kind of attracting me. So I want to attracting me, and it's also the main argument. So I just using that keyword and evaluated it. And when I'm writing, I'm using the TAEL structure to writing it.
So to sum up, in this diploma course, developing strong research, evaluation, reading and writing skills is essential for the success. Applying key concepts to a real-world scenario deepens understanding, while collaborating with peers enhances learning through diverse perspectives. Together, these skills prepare us to excel academically and professionally.
So thank you guys for listening for our presentations. Yeah.